Hello, this is my video on the vertical mill. This will be one of a few different videos I'll upload, kind of going over the definitions of the mill to start. A couple things first, being able to travel along your X, your Y, and your Z axes. Once you have a piece of stock secured into your vise, this wheel right here is going to allow you to travel along your X axes or from left to right. This wheel here in the front is going to be your Y axes. From this orientation, it's front or back. And then these two wheels up here allow you to do your Z axes. The difference between the two, as I go ahead and I turn this, I can move it down much faster. And then once you get close to your stock, go ahead and tighten that center wheel right there. And then you can move this, and then you can get much more precision movements going down at very small thousandths of an inch or so at a time. Up here, this is called my headstock. This is where it has my motor in the back, my pulleys that I can adjust my speed, and then in here is my spindle. My spindle is what rotates my cutting bit. My cutting bit is held inside of a collet that looks like this. Specifically, we use an R8 collet, but depending on the size of the cutting bit, changes the size of the collet. So you can see here, I have an 11/32 cutting bit, and that refits into a 3/8 collet. And then here I have a 11/16 end mill, which would fit into a 3/4 inch collet, like so. I'll have more details on the collets in a later video. One quick thing to note are these set screws right here, these tensioning screws. One thing, this causes a lot of vibration when you're moving across and cutting metal. And sometimes if you're cutting a straight line across here, it may vibrate and actually move the table front and back so you don't have a straight cut. Well, these tensioning screws can help with that. So if I'm moving, these two tensioning screws limit the motion of this table going along my X axis. They do not allow it to move from left to right. So if I'm making it go along my Y axis, front and back, I want to tighten these screws so through vibration, it doesn't accidentally shift from left to right. Again, if I'm using my X axis, this table feed wheel, I want to loosen these, giving it freedom to move from left to right, but I have a similar type of screw right underneath here. There's two of them. Now, that's going to limit it from going front to back. So as I'm doing a cut going in this direction, the vibration may not allow it won't allow this table to move front and back. So just to recap, we have our X axis, we have our Y axis, we have our Z axis. We have our headstock up here, we have our spindle which holds our collet holds our end mill or cutting bit. That covers most everything here. See my next video on how to go ahead and adjust the speeds. Thank you.